Okay, so there's the back of row 4 and here's the front. Okay, so row 5, this is where you will benefit from the stitch markers. So we're going to chain 1, turn the work around, so we've got the front facing, and then you're going to single crochet in the first 6 stitches. And then you're going to chain 1, skip a stitch, and then single crochet in the next 9 stitches. Now when you've done that first one, pop a stitch marker in that chain 1 space, because a chain 1 space is easy to get lost. So pop a stitch marker in that chain 1 space. Okay, and then so you're going to do 9 single crochet. So we've done 1 so far. 2, 4, 5, 9. After that 9th single crochet, you are going to chain 1, skip 1, and then do 6 single crochets to the end. So again, do that first one and then pop a marker in that chain 1 space so that it doesn't get lost. And then finish your 6 stitches to the end of the row. Okay, so fasten up your background colour and just leave that aside for now, and then take your leaf colour, and if you make the slip knot on your hook, then you can go into the top of your chain 2 at this side, first side of your right side facing, and then you can go straight into there and make a single crochet. No chain needed or anything, just straight into there with a single crochet. Okay, and then you're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch. Always a little tricky when it's next to a chain space, but you can do it. Okay, now we're going to make a maple leaf. Okay, we're going to make a maple leaf, and we're going to make that by making some 3-loop puff stitches. So I'm going to show you how to do that in just a second. Okay, so after you've done those 2 single crochets, you want to chain 5. Okay, and then we're going to make our leaf. So we're going to make these 3-loop puff stitches, which actually we end up with 7 loops on the hook for the first one and then 6 for the rest. So what you're going to do is yarn over, insert into this first space next to your stitch, and yarn over, pull through and pull up that loop. And just, you won't need to pull it very far, just so it's the height of what you've already got on your hook. Yarn over, insert again, yarn over, pull through and pull that loop up to the same height. Yarn over, insert for the 3rd time, yarn over, pull through and pull that loop up to the same height. So you've now got 7 loops on your hook, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 2 for each time you've gone through and 1 that's always on the hook. So the other ones we're going to do now will have another 6, we'll add another 6 loops to your hook, okay? So if you've got a small a hook with a handle, so this shaft part is quite short, just persevere. You should be able to fit them on because they do bunch up quite tightly, but you will end up with 31 loops in total, okay? Because we're not going to finish off this puff stitch, we're going to continue and do all 5, and then we will pull through all 5 together, all of the 5 puffs together. Okay, so we're going to go into the next space, which is on the next row, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up that loop to about the same height as the other stitches. So this one will have slightly longer loops because it's further down. yarn over, insert for the second time, yarn over, pull through and pull that loop up to the same height. Yarn over, insert for the third and final time, yarn over, pull through, pull up that loop to the same height. So you've now got another 6 loops on your hook, making 13 in total. The yarn over, I'm going to insert into this chain 1 space on the row below, yarn over, pull through and pull up that loop to the same height. So again, this one's even longer than the last one. Yarn over, insert into that space, yarn over, pull through and pull up that loop to the same height. And a third time, yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through and pull up that loop to the same height. So you've now got 19 loops on your hook. And you can see kind of these sets of 3, one for each puff that we've done so far. So then we're going to do that again, and the next space will be the space up onto the next row. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up that loop to the same height. So we've gone short, longer, longest, then going back a little shorter on this one. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through and pull up that loop. And a third time, pull up. So you've now got 25 loops on your hook. So remember that, look, these will bunch up quite a long way. So if you've got a short hook here, they will bunch up quite a bit. Okay, just really squeeze them down, hold them with your finger, get tough with them if you need to. Okay, and then we're going to go into our last space, which is back up on this top row. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, and just pull that loop up a little. Yarn over, insert, yarn over, pull through, pull up that loop a little, and for the last time, there we go. You've now got 31 loops on your hook. Okay, 31. And what you're going to do is pull through the first 30, leaving this last loop on your hook. So what you're going to do, you're going to take this nice and slowly. Especially when I did this earlier, my yarn was splitting and it caused a bit of chaos. So just yarn over and then twist your hook so that it's going to flow smoothly through there, and then just take your time. Don't pull this too tightly, but make sure you don't let it go. Just pull through a few loops at a time, give yourself a break if you need to. And look, you can see there my yarn is splitting again, so I'm just going to make sure I go through that loop there or it won't flow through. Okay, so then go through the next, make sure that's going to go. Nope, there's another bit of splitty yarn. Don't you hate when your yarn does that? Okay, so if you feel resistance, that's probably what's happened. Your yarn is split. So just go through a few loops at a time and then pull through, and then again through some more. Oh, there we go. And just that last loop left now. Okay, so then what we're going to do is, you've got all these 5 points of your leaves. They're not petals, are they, if they're leaves, but anyway, 5 points. So then when you've got your last loop on the hook, you're going to yarn over and pull through both of those loops there. And there you go, there's your first leaf. Beautiful stitch. A little tricky, but a beautiful stitch and worth mastering. So if you rewind the video now about 5.5 minutes, you can follow that through and do your own puff stitch. Okay, when you have that one leaf done, what we're going to do before we do the next one is chain 13. Okay, and then we are going to make another leaf over on these 5 spaces. So again, you have 2 on the top row, 2 on the next row and 1 in the middle. So you're going to do this leaf in exactly the same way that you did the first one. So you'll need to rewind the video again if you can't quite remember and make another leaf, and then I will join you to finish off this row when you've made your second leaf in these 5 spaces. Okay, when you've done that second leaf, it will look something like this, and then you're going to chain 5 and do a single crochet in the last 2 stitches, and then you can fasten off your leaf colour. Okay, so here we go. Now I know it's sort of pulling in a bit, but it will stretch out as we continue the next row. And as we work up, it will sort of stretch out a little bit. Okay, so I've got my background yarn with a slip knot. So as before, I'm just going to go straight into this first single crochet and make a single crochet on top. No need to do a slip stitch or a chain unless you want to, of course, but that just adds extra bulk at the side of your work and can make it look slightly messy. Now for some reason my yarn, there we go, I thought it wasn't going to go through. So then after we've done that single crochet, we're going to do a single crochet in the next stitch, and then we're going to do 3 half double crochets into this chain space here where we started our leaf. So camera, do your thing. And it's going to be silly today again. So in this first chain space here where we started our leaf, you're going to do 3 half double crochets working over that chain space. Okay, so you want to capture that chain within your half double crochets. So like so, pull up and do your half double crochet, and then do 2 more into that space. There we go. And then into this top part of our leaf where you've got this strand of yarn, we are going to do 3 single crochets. So 3 single crochets into here. And then into this chain 1 space, this other side of the leaf, we're going to do 3 single crochets. Again, we're going to be capturing the chain in our stitches. So 3 half double crochets in that same chain space as we did our last pass for that leaf. And then we have 3 half double crochets here in the middle of this previous background row. We are going to do a 3 half double crochet together, half double crochet 3 together. So we're going to go into the first stitch, yarn over, pull through, and leave all 3 loops on the hook. We don't often do half double crochets together, but we're going to do it today. So then yarn over, insert into the next stitch, pull through, capturing that chain, leave the loops on the hook, then yarn over, go into the 3rd stitch, and yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through all of those loops. And there's your half double crochet 3 together. Then you're going to go into the next chain space and make 3 half double crochets. And then you're going to do another 3 single crochets on top of your leaf. And another 3 half double crochets in this last chain space. Working over the original, the chain above, not going over your single crochets at the end there. Don't cover those up. So 3 half double crochets and then 1 single crochet on each of these last 2 single crochets. You might have to just move some stitches to get to that first one. Okay, 1, 2 single crochets. There we go. So that's what this row is looking like now. So these leaves really stand out now. Okay, there we go. Okay, for row 10, what we're doing is we are fastening off our background colour, and then we're going to reattach it back on this other side, because it just gives it a much neater finish, and it kind of works the square in a better way. Okay, Leah has tested this and tweaked it and had other people test and help her with this, and this is the best way that they found to do this. It does give you more ends to sew in, but it does result in a much cleaner, neater square. Okay, so rather than turning it and everything. So again, make your slip knot. We are going on to the summer sun section, so we've done winter snowman, autumn leaves, and now we're going on to the summer sun section. So if you did want your sections in different colours, you could use a different colour for this background, of course. So what you want to do is go into the first single crochet of this row and join with we're going to join with a slip stitch for this, because we're going to do a chain 3 as a double crochet. You could do the chainless standing double crochet if you prefer. Then you're going to do a double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. So I'm actually going to work this tail in, just might work the other one in as well, just it's only one row below. So 9 double crochets along. So I'll see you when I've done 9 more double crochets. Okay, there we go, 9 double crochets plus the chain 3. And then we're going to make a triangular ring. So what we're going to do is chain 3, and then we're going to skip a stitch and do a slip stitch in the next stitch. And then we're going to turn our work around, and we're going to yarn over and do a double crochet in the 3rd chain from the hook. So that will be this 3rd one here. Do a double crochet into there. And then turn your work back around this way. And there is your triangular ring. Okay, just here. And what we're going to do is chain 1. Oops. Not like that. Chain 1. Skip the next stitch and then do a double crochet in the next 10 stitches and fasten off. Okie dokie, so here we go. So we're going to make the sun on this round. So I have my yellow, and I am going to I've got my yellow ready. Duh. Okay, so for this next row we're going to start doing our sun. We've just been setting it up ready for our sun on this previous row. So get your sun colour ready, and then what we're going to do is I've fastened off this background colour, and we're going to reattach it in the top of our chain 3. So just attach it there, and then we will be doing another chain 3 as a double crochet on top of that. So if you would rather do the chainless double crochet, then by all means go ahead and do that. I'm just going to do a regular chain 3, and then what we're going to do is a double crochet in the next 9 stitches. So I'm going to leave you to do that. Double crochet in the next 9 stitches. Okay, so we have 10 altogether with the starting chain 3. So we're going to attach colour D and carry so our sun colour, and carry this background colour. So I'm going to do it with the way that we attached colour earlier with the snowman row, and I'm going to do it in the last 2 loops. Okay, so I've just undone that double crochet, and I'm going to bring it in with the last 2 loops. Okay, there we go, and then I will carry this colour B behind. Okay, so what we're going to do is chain 2 with that sun colour, and then we're going to do a slip stitch into this triangular ring that we made earlier on the last row. Do a slip stitch, and then we're going to okay, so I might have told you wrong, undo your slip stitch, apologies for that. Our triangular ring, I was thinking this wasn't overly triangle, a triangular ring is this here. If you look, you've got a space here and a space here from where we skipped those stitches, but in this centre there is this triangle. Can you see just here? There is a triangle and there's a space in the centre there. So you are going to slip stitch into the centre of that triangle, not in that space that I said. So then we are going to work around this triangle and make our sun. We're going to work into this top piece of the triangle first, and we're going to do a half double crochet around that top, okay, into the ring. And then we're going to do a chain 2 picot, so chain 2 and slip stitch into the first chain. This gives us one of the sun rays. Okay, and then we are going to do 2 more half double crochet into that ring, triangular ring that is. So 2 more half double crochets after that picot, and then we're going to do a chain 4 picot. So 1, 2, 3, 4 chains, and then slip stitch into that first chain. And then we're going to do 2 more half double crochets. Now this can get a little tight to put all your stitches in, but just persevere with it and you'll be fine. So 2 half double crochets, and then a chain 2 picot, so chain 2 and slip stitch in the first chain. There we go. And then another half double crochet into that ring. Okay, so this is what we have so far. Okay, so then we are going to turn our work around, and we're going to work around this side of the triangle. Okay, still into the ring, but we're going to work into this side of the triangle, and we are going to, so you might want to fold your work over slightly, however's best. You can bunch it up a bit, it won't hurt your work, however's best for you to hold that, to get to work around this side bar here. So we're going to do a half double crochet, a chain 4 picot, a chain 4 and slip stitch into the first chain, 2 half double crochets into the ring, chain 2 picot, two half double crochets, squeeze them along that side, they will fit, chain 4 picot, oops, try that one again, and then one more half double crochet, squeeze that in that side. Okay, so you should now have something that looks a bit like, if I move my hook around right side, it looks a bit like this. So you've got kind of 2/3 of a sunshine there. Okay, you see that there? Okay, so we're going to now work around this last side of our triangular ring, so this last side. So let me just get the part of the pattern that I need and put my hook back in and sort myself out. Okay, so let's do around this last side, let's do a half double crochet, a chain 2 picot, then 2 half double crochets, and then a chain 4 picot, and 2 half double crochets, a chain 2 picot, and a final half double crochet. Okay, and then you're going to do a slip stitch into that first half double crochet that you did back at the start here. Do a slip stitch into the top of that to close that sun, and there is your gorgeous, lovely sunshine. There we go. Beautiful. Love it. Love it. And you can just tweak these sort of sunshine rays out to how you want them to look. Just tweak them out a bit. So then we're going to finish the rest of this row. We are going to chain 4. And then we are going to slip stitch in the next double crochet of the previous row, but keeping the chain 4 behind the sun. So, okay, so how we're going to do that is turn your work around and then look over to this side of double crochet that we haven't worked in yet, and you want to slip stitch into the top of this first one here. Okay, so work from the front, possibly the easiest, and then just do a slip stitch into that next double crochet. Okay, there we go. So you've got that chain going behind, and then you're going to fasten off colour D after you've changed to colour B. So I'm actually going to fasten this off now, and then I'm going to change to colour B in that same stitch. Okay, so I brought my colour B for my background through that same stitch that I did the slip stitch in, and then I'm going to chain 3 as a double crochet, and then I'm going to do a double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches. Okay, so double crochet in each of the next 9 stitches, and I'll see you at the end of this row. Okay, so there we go. There's my sunshine row. How gorgeous does this look? A summer, autumn and winter so far. Such a clever square, So for row 12, we are going to chain 1 and turn our work over to the back side, and we're going to single crochet in that first stitch and single crochet in the next 9 stitches. So that last stitch will be that chain 3. Okay. Excuse me. So you have 9 stitches there, or 10 altogether. And then you're going to do 3 single crochets in this loop, this chain loop that's behind your sun. So 3 single crochets into there, and then single crochet into the next 10 stitches. Okay, so 3 into this chain loop and then the next 10 stitches. Okay, and I'll see you at the end of the row. Okay, so this is how the back looks and this is how the front looks. So if your square is sort of going out a bit now, that is normal, don't worry. It will all become good on the border round, okay? So, oh, excuse me. So what you can do now is you can carry your yarn across this row, ready to work on the next row. The row after what we're about to do, or you can fasten off and then rejoin. It's completely up to you which you prefer to do. So I'm probably going to carry mine. Actually, no, I'm probably going to fasten it off, to be honest, and then just work over the tail. I'm thinking that might be the easiest thing to do, but you do whatever you feel will be easiest for you, or best for you. And then you're going to attach colour E, which is your plant colour. So I'm going to use this green. So plant colour is what we're doing next.